Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Hopping. I'm a Principal Escalation Engineer here at Tanium. Today what I want to talk about with you is the semi-annual release that we started releasing at the beginning of May of 2024. This is a way for us to deliver upgrades to the Tanium appliance, Tanium, and all of our Tanium modules all at the same time for you all. And what I want to cover today are just some upgrade tips when upgrading to the semi-annual release on the Tanium appliance. I'm going to start by covering the most common scenarios that customers will encounter for the upgrades to the semi-annual release. The first scenario is if you're upgrading from 10OS 181 or 10OS 182. In this situation, it's pretty straightforward. You're first going to want to stage the Tanium Linux server package for 762. So the Tanium Support Center will be able to send you a tokens link for this particular package. You're going to use menu BT to download the package via the tokens link that they provide to you. Alternatively, you could use that link directly and then upload the package, but to save yourself a step, you can just use menu BT unless you're in an air-gapped environment. Next, you're going to go ahead and upgrade to 10OS 183. To get the 10OS 183 binaries, you're going to just use, or the 10OS 183 upgrader, you're just going to use menu B3. It will prompt you to download 10OS 183. Or, again, you can upload the package to the 10OS incoming directory and then use menu B3. In that situation, you're going to want to get a tokens link from Support Center. However, all of the latest versions of 10OS now can connect directly to Tanium to retrieve the latest 10OS version. So again, you can save yourself a step by just going straight to menu B3. The next thing you're going to want to do is after the 183 upgrade completes, and that's going to go through all of the appliances in your array. But the next thing you're going to want to do is upgrade Tanium to 762. This is not an automatic step. This is something you're going to need to manually do after you've upgraded to 183. You're going to use the appliance array menu 1U. Because you already staged 762, when you get to menu 1U, you'll see that 762 is available for the install. You're going to go ahead and choose that, and 10OS will proceed with upgrading your entire array to Tanium 762. Once that's done, you'll then be able to log into Tanium, into the Tanium console. Within the Tanium console, then you'll be prompted to proceed with upgrading all of our modules. After all those modules have been completely upgraded, you're fully done, and you can go off and use Tanium 762 in your environment. Now, we also still have a fair number of customers that are on 10OS 176, maybe even earlier than 10OS 176, but I'm going to talk about going straight from 10OS 176 to the new semi-annual release. So in this situation, what you're going to need to do first is upgrade to Tanium 756 using the Red Hat Enterprise Linux 7 package that we provide. That's something that the Support Center team will be able to provide to you. You will use the appliance array menu, 1U. You will be prompted for your token. Just provide that token, and 10OS will proceed to download the package for you. Or like I said earlier, you can also download it using your tokens link and then upload the package to the incoming directory before you use menu 1U. If you are using Discover in your environment, you're going to want to upgrade to 4.7.164 or later, as well, as that's a requirement before you go to 10OS 181. You're going to then, after you have upgraded Tanium to 756, you're now going to want to stage the Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8 version of 756 onto the appliance. This is because when you upgrade from 10OS 1.7 to 1.8, we are changing the underlying operating system, one that's based on Red Hat Enterprise Linux 7 to one that's based on Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8. Because of that, we need to replace the binaries for you when we do the upgrade to TanOS 181. So stage the 756 REL 8 package, again using menu BT with your tokens link, or upload, like I mentioned earlier. Once you have staged 756 with the Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8 package, go ahead and proceed to upgrade to 181. From menu B3 of the appliance, you'll be prompted to download TanOS 181. Or, like I've said multiple times, you could also upload it to incoming. TanOS 181 upgrade will replace the 756 Red Hat Enterprise Linux 7 binaries with Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8. That's part of the upgrade process. It's done automatically for you. One thing to note, we've seen this a few times, please be patient when the appliance reboots. SE Linux needs to do some relabeling, and we have seen that take up to 40 minutes on some appliances. So just be patient. What you can do is you can log into the appliance virtual console using either the hypervisor virtual console or the iDRAC virtual console if you're on a physical appliance, or the virtual clients in your cloud provider, either Azure or AWS, for example, and monitor the reboot process. You should see the labeling step. Just wait for all that to finish. Wait until you see the TanOS login prompt before you do anything else. Once that's done, you can then go ahead and proceed to the upgrade to the semi-annual release like I talked about in the previous slide. Okay, so the first few slides are probably a little wordy. I also tend to mumble, so just in case, I want to provide you here with a upgrade flowchart that we've also added to our documentation. So what I have covered so far is the upgrade from TanOS 181 or TanOS 182. For both of those, you are going to go straight to the new semi-annual release. And there are just some prerequisites that I mentioned on the previous slides. If you're coming from 176, there are 2 steps. You're going to go from 176 to 181, and then from 181 down here to the semi-annual release. Again, with the prerequisites that I mentioned in the previous slides. Something that I didn't talk about in the previous slides are these 2 boxes up here. If you're on something earlier than 164, or if you're on 164 to 175. For those, I'm going to refer you to our documentation. These are both very well traveled paths. Basically, what you have to do is for any of these versions, you need to get to 176 first, and then follow the steps that I gave you before. If you need any further help, all of this information is in our upgrade guide. So we have a semi-annual release upgrade guide where the entire process is laid out. This is actually in the Appliance Users Guide. So this is Tanium Appliance Users Guide here. We also have an introduction to the semi-annual release, which we talk about in this link. And then release notes specifically for the semi-annual release, which includes what we're doing differently in Tanium, what we might be doing differently in any of the modules, what we've done differently in TanOS 183. So I hope that you find this presentation helpful to get you started and get you through the process. And we're hoping that overall the semi-annual release bundles that we're now releasing to you will be a nice welcome change for you all. Have a good rest of your day.